1, we begin. Oh my gosh, it started. Well, welcome, peoples. We are Rotor and Crouton.
What up, boys? Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today?
We have been talking for probably an hour before this, and then we just all of a sudden said, we need to stop. Let's do this. Go, go, go.
Sad thing is, it's true. We've been talking for like 2 hours.
All right, to sum up what we do, this is the Pyrrha's Ashes podcast. We are a new podcast that talks about everything RWBY and RWBY related. That's what we do. All right, that's our thing.
Yes. That is basically our thing. It's going to be solid.
I am Crouton. This is Rotor. We are
What
Pyrrha's
up,
Ashes.
boys?
Bring in people sometimes.
We are Pyrrha's Ashes.
We are
yes,
Pyrrha's Ashes.
Hopefully we can get more people in here.
Yeah, we could get more people in here. Maybe we can get people to chime in certain episodes.
Yeah, that could work. I think we should bring in, at some point, just some rando that's never seen it. And just out of nowhere be like, hey, what are your thoughts on this? And we show them, like, RWBY not safe for work and see how they think. No, not even a clip. I vote RWBY not safe for work. Just go to the subreddit, pull it up. First thing, top of the year. Let them look at it and be like, oh, okay.
Hey, look at this piece of red RWBY fan art. Let us know what you think about this, hey?
Yo, high key, there's some solid RWBY fan arts. Not even the not safe for work one. I'm talking about just like good wholesome ones.
I mean, there are some really good wholesome ones. There's a lot of funny ones too. I was looking over
There's so many good memes.
Found one that called Yang a meathead.
Yo, I saw that one too, where Weiss is like, "You are what you eat," and Yang's like, "Are you calling me a pussy?"
And oh my gosh, that was such a good one. I love the humor in that.
That was a solid one. That was a good solid. I don't support Bumblebee, but I will admit, solid meme.
I enjoy that. All right, the fan art in that one was very quality, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, there's some quality fan arts for RWBY.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so I think we should start this off very simply by stating what we think about RWBY as a whole. And then I guess later on we can just delve in.
Pretty much all the volumes summed together. Or should we spoil?
Yeah, like... No,
spoiler warning. I was just going to say spoiler
warning.
Big
spoiler warning.
Yeah, big spoiler warning. If you have not watched RWBY, go, what are you doing, man? What are you... Or whamming. Go out there.
What's wrong with you?
Go watch it. It's so good. Somewhat.
Bro. Listen. Beginning of it, top quality. Middle of it,
meh. It could do better.
It could do better. Yeah. Where it's at right now, it was starting pretty good, and then it kind of fell again.
I feel it's kind of on the rise a little bit. It's kind of coming back a wee tad. It's doing better than it has in the past.
It really has. Like, I would say another thing for, like, if anyone's ever trying to get into RWBY, yes, the art style will suck for the first 3 volumes. I won't deny that. But you gotta also appreciate the fact this show came out in 2013. For 2013, 3D animation, that was pretty good.
And not to mention, they uploaded to especially YouTube for like places for free.
They did upload it for absolutely nothing, except for like ad revenue, and that's probably not that great. No offense to anyone that's on YouTube.
And especially if you're just starting. But then again, they did have Red versus Blue, and they were pretty famous for that. Rooster Teeth was. So they kind of.
I think having a reputation before you try to publish your next big thing is the best thing you could do. High key.
And
since it done gather your fan base.
You could say that Red versus Blue is the reason that RWBY got so popular in the first place.
Yeah, because like if you look on like anything that they post for RWBY, especially like the earlier volumes, later on they stopped doing it. But a lot of it from like volume 1, if you buy like the DVD, it says right above RWBY in big bold text from the creators, of Red versus Blue. They're showing off. They know what they're doing.
I mean, when you have a series that done that well in the past, then you know that
Yeah.
that you could probably sell off that one to make this one do good. And then it just started doing good on its own, and then you started feeling happy about yourself and about your life.
Honestly, I'm really happy that RWBY blew up the way it did. Do I have any idea how it did? No, and I don't think anyone ever will.
Because
So
it
it's
was
fine.
because it was a Western animation that included anime girls that started fighting off with big weapons and shoot guns, melee weapons with guns. That's crazy. That's wild.
That was, yeah. I think it's no offense to a lot of, I want to say other animations or like even in the film industry, it's so rare that you'll find like a genuinely strong female protagonist in a series.
Or one that doesn't need to be saved, or one that they try to oversell it of being a strong female protagonist.
Yeah, like man, okay, never seen a Wonder Woman movie, but just from the trailers alone, I think they're trying to oversell her as a super strong female protagonist just from trailers alone. That's my own thoughts.
Yeah, you either oversell it or you make her too much of a damsel in distress, and it seems to be a very little medium. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, but like RWBY, even from like the trailers, you saw straight up just anime women fighting.
They bad.
And you were just like, that's a strong protagonist.
They are bad lasses, let me tell you. I mean, you could tell from the trailer.
Especially Yang.
Oh, Yang. She told one guy, she grabbed one guy by the balls and told him to call her sir. That's... Oh.
I know, it was great. Yo, I think...
From the second I watched that
let's
trailer,
get back to the trailers later.
Favorite.
That was a good trailer. How about we get back into the trailers after our own personal thought?
Oh, all right. So, should I go first? Should I go first? You go first, or I go first? You go first, and you go first, and I go first.
I think you can go. You can go first. You can go first.
All right. So what? To say what I'm talking about for the whole show or whatever. I mean, personal thoughts. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing here, chat.
I would vote just saying like your own. Oh, as RWBY as a whole, like the whole franchise. What are your personal thoughts?
Okay, whole franchise. First 3 seasons good, then from seasons 4 to 6, 7 to 8, they do better. And as the whole franchise, I see so much potential in the show. I think even now that it could, even if this show, RWBY, doesn't do well, that they could easily make another series with the same world building. The world building really sells it off for me, and I just really love it. Of the side characters, though, they kind of there's nothing wrong with the side characters. It's just that there's too many of them, and they can't go into everybody, and it kind of sells it down a bit. For example, okay, spoilers again. Ace dies in Volume 7. Wait, no, Clover dies in Volume 7. And nobody cared because you showed up in the start of the volume, then he died at the end of the volume, had a little bit of a bromance with Crow, that is it.
Yeah.
Then he died. Big sad.
Yeah.
I think, so pretty much I say I love it, but I got problems with it. That is my thing.
Yeah, no, I can totally get behind that. The thing I see for like RWBY as a whole thing, like I would probably agree, except slightly change your thing. From like volumes 1 to 3, oh, those are straight solid. I think volume 3, quality. Volumes 1, testing ground, it's good. Volume 2, it's still got the charm, and I love that. Volume 3 is when the story finally kicks in, but it still keeps the charm until some of the more serious moments, and then you can know, oh, this is a serious moment. Lose the charm, but it's just how it's got to be. 4 and 5.
Oh.
We're not gonna talk about. We can save that for a whole different episode. Just we can. We're not gonna bring up 4 and 5. It's not a fun episode. Volume 6. They were making a comeback, and then they kind of drifted off. Volume 7 and 8. I really think they're trying their best to make a comeback. And like judging from the episode that came out today, they're doing pretty good,
after a
but
2 month
the issue
hiatus.
is a lot of the after a 2 month hiatus. Like I think the 2 month hiatus, it could either hurt them or harm them because if they take the hiatus and then whatever they put out for the rest of Volume 8 just doesn't show, hey, we took a hiatus to do the show better, then it's not going to do great. But if it actually genuinely shows through, the hiatus was absolutely worth it.
Any more to add, or is that you?
Uh, no, I was just going to say, like, franchise as a whole, I would have to agree with, like, the side character thing. Like, the world building is fantastic. There's so much of this world that they could do. Like, even after RWBY ends, they could easily take some of the side characters and make a whole new series out of that. Don't make new ones. Rooster Teeth, you're probably never going to listen to this, but if you ever do, hey, sponsor us. Also, take some side characters you already have. As soon as you get them, take them and make their own show. You're doing this with the books, and I love that. That's such a solid thing. You've taken Team Coffee and you're making a book series out of them, and I respect that. That's such a good move. Would it be better as an animation? I don't know. You could do a lot more in a book than you can in an animation. High key.
And you tend to, for the sake of budget, you probably would leave a few things out of the book in the animation, just because, well, animating costs money and time. It takes a lot of more time to animate than it does to write a book. Not to write the story for the book, I can't say.
It really, truly doesn't.
But then again, if you write a story
for the book, like
you have to write a story for the book and the animation.
Yeah.
Though.
I think personally from the books I've read about Team Coffee, number one, I like it, but I like the bits where they don't go into backstories because they go and have like entire 10-page chapters of just nothing but backstory. And I'm like, some of these are needed, some of these are not supposed to be here.
I think
you
those
could
are
have
meant
easily
to
had
fill in for the show because they don't really they don't really go into it in the show. So they said, oh well, let's put it in a book.
Yeah, but like I don't know what it was about that book, but I was just like, oh, new story, this is great. And then you would go into the past, and I'm like, this is basically a flashback chapter. But then you would have the new story come back right after that, and then you would have another flashback chapter. It just kept going back and forth. So eventually, no offense, book, you got a little confusing until like the last two chapters where it wasn't back to back of new content, flashback content.
Yeah, I can feel that. But I'd still think the books were.
Yeah,
I'd still think the books would be great if they animated it, but I feel they would make certain changes to them that would make some people who actually read the books, who probably are the reason why they made the animation, just say, why'd you pick that up?
Yeah. No, I totally get behind that. And then like the other thing, have you read the manga for RWBY that came out in Japan and then the English dubbed it?
I really wish I read the manga. I don't know how to get my hands on it. I wish I knew how to get my hands on it.
Oh, I got the manga. My mom bought it for me. I think it was on Amazon. It's chill. So like, the only one that came out in English was volume 1 of the manga, and then there's 2 other volumes. And it's basically recounting the things that happened through volumes 1 through 3, minus the filler episodes. So like the Forever Fall episode where Jean is with Carden, and they have the giant Ursa show up, and Jean gets to show off his skills when in all actuality it's Pyrrha using her semblance. That is not there whatsoever, and it's great.
That is one of the things about Volume 1. I won't say that the Jean, what should I call it? The Jean era or the Jean arcs. It was a bad thing, but
the Jean arc.
The Jean arcs.
If you took it out, it wouldn't really matter.
But it didn't fit because the show is named RWBY, and why didn't you name the show Juniper if you were going to have to go through that?
Yeah.
It didn't really fit
with
the show you had. And it took up so many episodes of Volume 1.
I think it took up 2. Yeah, I rewatched it earlier. It took up 2.
Yeah, but, I mean, the episodes were pretty short back in the Volume 1. I mean, some of them are...
Yeah, like there was a single episode where...
It was all...
I think the shortest one they had was like 8 minutes.
Yeah, they weren't long episodes.
Yeah.
And then you had...
But like...
Go ahead.
I really think honestly think you could just take out the entire Jean arc thing, and it just wouldn't matter. Like they did it in the manga, and I think that was such a smart play because that's saving you like maybe 20 pages of
of
filler content.
of things that you don't have to draw because they didn't. Well, I won't say they didn't matter, but they just didn't fit with what they were placed in.
Yeah. Also, in the manga, no, in the manga, there's a lot more Torchwick, and I love Torchwick, but I
Torchwick's my favorite
hate
villain.
manga. No, I hate manga Torchwick.
What's wrong with
Straight
manga
up.
Torchwick?
Oh man, listen, no. Okay, so we have the show Torchwick. He's charming. He's amazing. I love him to death. Every moment he's on screen, it's a fun moment. You know, you're gonna either get a good laugh or you're gonna be like, man, I love this man. Whenever
Little
he
Red,
shows up
Little
on
Red.
screen, just tell you, Little Red. Yeah. So in the manga, they add Neo into Volume 1, which is smart on their part. But here's the thing. Roman is an absolute jerk throughout the entire manga. He has no charm to him. And he's straight up like what's the word I'm looking for? He berates Neo. He calls her basically trash. He's stereotypical trashy villain in the manga. And it makes me so sad. Because like in the show, you can see that they have a genuine bond where they have mutual respect for each other. In this, he basically treats her like hot trash, but she still works for him.
I don't agree with that. And I know a lot of people have theories that Torchwick saved her from the streets and then raised her to be a bad guy. For a second there, I was worried that you were just gonna say that you hated Torchwick just because he was mean to Neo, because I know Neo's your best girl.
No. No, I freaking love Neo. You hurt Neo, I hurt you. That's how it works.
Neo is awesome, but I think Velvet is mine.
Neo's top tier. Ooh, Velvet is a good top tier too. We could probably have a different podcast on this though. It
Rascal
would work
does not
out so
dream
well.
of Bunny Girl Senpai. I'm the rascal. I'm just there all the time. Just where's the?
But yeah,
where is she? She doesn't exist. No.
I'm sorry she doesn't exist, man. It's okay. We'll buy you a body pillow. There's probably there's probably velvet body pillows we can buy you somewhere.
I know
it'll be chill.
There's a lot of those. I mean, if you look on Amazon and you look up RWBY, eventually you will get to the boob pads.
You'll find
You'll find the opie.
You'll find a boob mouse.
Yes.
It's how it is. But yeah, like manga Torchwick. I love Torchwick as a character. I hate manga Torchwick. I will forever love animation Torchwick though. Just manga Torchwick. I hate him.
All the way right.
They
up
done
to
my
the
boy
point
dirty.
Where he died.
Yeah, like in the manga, it's more fitting of why he deserved to die. But like, man.
At the same time,
oh yeah, spoilers. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Oh wait.
I was gonna say spoilers. Torchwick's dead. Sorry.
I think people will get the idea that we're doing spoilers at this point. Just say, oh well, yeah, spoilers. Yeah.
It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Torture. Who is your worst villain, you think?
Yeah. My worst villain?
Yeah.
High key. My own personal thoughts for worst villain. Ooh. Okay. Crappy villain that was there for no reason. Albane brothers, hate them. I don't know why I hate them. I just think they had no purpose whatsoever.
They were there to be bad guys because they were sent by the bad guys to do the bad guy things for the bad guys.
Yeah, and like this, it's just trash. If I had to pick a villain that's like a part of the Salem Squad that I just don't like, it's Arthur. I hate Watts so much.
Yeah, he's kind of lame. What is his motivation? He just says, "Oh well, I hate you because you done a good thing that I didn't do." Man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skill soak for 10 years.
His motivation's so trash. They haven't even told us about like Arthur's semblance, and if you told me what Arthur's semblance is, I might like him more just based on his semblance, but like his motive and just his character and who he is, I don't know.
Was it controlling technology? I thought it was.
I did too, but like I thought it was too, but then during their rating the semblance videos of like what semblance would be most beneficial in like real life, they never talked about Arthur's semblance. They never brought him up, and I was like, why? Because we don't know what his semblance is. They never even brought Ironwood up. because they didn't have his semblance on lock in that video either.
I thought Ironwood's was willpower. Just straight up, oh, well, I'm gonna do
Ironwood's
this.
is, yeah, his semblance is basically I'm a stubborn boy. That's his semblance.
I do not
But they
surrender.
didn't. I think if I remember correctly, it was either a tweet or it came from an RTX panel where they were asking questions. That's how we found Ironwood semblance. They never mentioned it in the show or that ranking of which semblance would be most beneficial in real life, though.
One thing that I wish they would go into in the show is they would show a flashback of how Ruby's mom died, because I think everyone wants to know about what happened to Summer Rose, because I want to know. I wanted to know since they showed her in the Volume 1 trailer. I mean, well, opening.
Yeah.
And she's, I don't know, there's some sort of fascination, there's some sort of mystery there that I would love to see that they're
Yeah.
not showing.
I think we already kind of know how she died. Because, like, in Volume 7, even Salem, it's just like, oh, yeah, I basically killed your mom. That's what she's basically saying. She's like, oh, yeah, I killed your mom.
Did you kill her because she had silver eyes?
But, like, we don't go into, and she never goes, like, why I killed your mom. It's very simple why she probably killed her mom. It's probably just like, oh, your mom attacked me, so screw her. It's probably
I mean,
something that simple.
I really hope it's not just that simple, but it probably is. Or maybe she gets hunted down like that one woman.
I really don't think it.
Like a
Yeah,
Grim Reaper.
Maria.
Yeah, Maria.
Yeah, Grim Reaper.
I couldn't remember her actual name.
I remember her name because. Oh wait, you haven't watched Volume 8 yet. I don't want to spoil you on anything in Volume 8.
Yeah, don't worry, people. I know a lot about RWBY. I just haven't watched Volume 8 yet. I'll get to it in the next few episodes.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about Maria from Volume 8, but then like I shouldn't bring it up yet. It's just not ready.
Yeah, did she go back in the fight? I don't understand how she became so short though, because, bro, she went from being this tall, destructive lady to being a midget out of nowhere.
Yeah, they do that to they do that to old people all the time in like animation. Wow, you're like 6'3" when you're in your prime. Bam, turn 64. Oh, you got a hunch. You're 2'2".
Yeah, you don't get a hunchback. You just straight up you go down. You just shrink.
Yeah, you just shrink. I don't get it either.
I don't get it either. But I don't know.
It's
how about
it's fine.
How about we talk about our favorite member of actual RWBY, the team, or we do a ranking of them at least.
Favorite member. Ooh, ranking of just Team RWBY as well.
Should we do current or should we do volume to volume? Because
I vote we should do based on current because that's who they are right now as a person.
Oh boy, yeah, well,
Because look, it's like that's like being like, oh, I loved my ex-girlfriend because when she was that person, she was great. But now looking at her from this point, at this point in time of who she is now, I don't.
Yeah, I think we can go into why we like them in another episode of the podcast or whatever. But I'll let you start this one off since I start off the overview.
I'd say for like just pure Team RWBY team ranking of who I like at this current point in time, number one right now are the 4 girls. No offense to the rest of them. It's Weiss. Weiss, she's just grown so much in Volume 8. I respect so much about her. Right now, as a person, Weiss is best. Then I want to knock number 2 to RWBY just because it's RWBY. Like she's downgraded as a person. She really has. But like compared to Blake and Yang as people right now, she's just the better of the 3 evils. Then I would say for number 3, it's Yang. I miss Pun Yang way too much. Yang has just devolved. Yang has just devolved into I have become what the fan base wanted. I want to bang a cat. That's what Yang's become. Sadly, all she's become. That's her character now. It's just I want to bang a cat. No offense to anyone that likes Bumblebee. but that's all her character is demoralized down into. And then number 4, it's Blake.
There's
My
something wrong
issue
with
with
her.
Blake is I liked her. No, I liked her in previous volumes. I really did. But like now, she has no interaction with anyone, and if she does, it's so forced.
Well,
And the episode that came out today,
she always has been kind of more of the
yeah,
quiet character, though.
yeah, no, I can get behind that. But like, whenever she has conversation with like anyone, it feels so forced. In the episode today that came out, she has a conversation with Ruby, and I don't really want to spoil, but I'm gonna basically say why they were talking. She was just like trying to bring up Ruby's spirits, not telling you why her spirit was down. It's fine. So she was trying to bring up Ruby's spirits to make her feel better. And I don't know what about that conversation just made me cringe, but it just made me cringe because I was just like, man, this is so
Mediocre.
forced and I don't like it. It's so mediocre. It's not real people, but it's just not okay. That's what Blake has become. It's the fact that, like, oh, she has a conversation with Yang. It kind of seems like a real convo, but a lot of that's also forced. Any conversation she has with almost about any character, it's just a forced line so the voice actors can get some money. No offense.
That's kind of sad. It's kind of sad too because it makes me think of the sister Yang and Ruby. They don't really have the same interactions they used
Mm-hmm.
to. They just barely interact, and they're sisters. By gosh, well, possibly cousins if my theory holds true.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't really. I don't know, man. Like they've just evolved, really have. Each character from where they started to where they are now, they've devolved. Except Weiss. Weiss has grown as a person. I can respect.
Okay, so mine would be Weiss. Okay, first, and it's pretty much the same reason yours is. So you're probably not going to get much
Mm-hmm.
argument out of me. We're probably not going to argue over anything about the characters. Are We're probably going to be the same. And
Yeah.
Weiss, she's a lot better than she used to be. I mean, back in Volume 1, she was a jerk, okay? She's had the most character development out of any of them. She's gone from being, oh, well, I deserve everything. I am a spoiled piece of crap. I deserve the world. I'll be team leader. And now she's just fighting, and then you got that backstory with her family and all that. And then, let me think. Yeah, I agree. It's Ruby. Even though uh, she hasn't had pretty much any character development in my eyes. She's pretty much been the same from the time she started from the time, and that's kind of sad. But
I
she's understandable, predictable, and I can respect that.
she,
Yeah, but uh,
yeah.
I think my number 3 would probably be Blake. Blake doesn't do anything,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
that's kind of a thing. But if you don't do anything, then you don't do anything wrong. I should put that on a T-shirt. Come to think of it, if you don't do anything, you don't do anything wrong. And but she has pretty
From the
much she doesn't have much interaction, as Zeke said, and that's kind of a problem for me. Then my last one has to be Yang,
yeah.
because she has character development
Mm.
in all the wrong ways. Because she starts out,
Yeah.
she is a bad A, all right? She is Panye. She is good. Then all of a sudden she loses her arm and she gets PTSD. And now she does something completely out of character. When her sister goes away, she just mopes. That is not her character. That is not what she does. That is not who she is. And to think that she's someone else's.
Yeah. Straight up, she would have absolutely.
And now
Yeah.
she's
No,
just
I
so.
was just gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say she would have absolutely in that moment would have been like, "Oh, new robot arm. I'm gonna go find my sister." Not, "Oh, Dad, I'm depressed. Where's the TV remote?"
I need to eat potato chips. But anyway, and then from then on, she just became sort of a device of, well, I need to be in a relationship with Blake because I need to be in a relationship with Blake. It's,
Because fan service.
I want to be with the cat. Thank you very much. Can I please be with my cat waifu now? Which, I can respect cat waifus, but you done it in the wrong way.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of
they did
Bumblebee.
do that.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's just how it is, man.
It's
It's just
not.
how
It's too
toxicity
forced. It's too forced.
is way too forced. Heike, no offense, Rooster Teeth. I think you genuinely did it because you knew that your fan base is so toxic that if you didn't, you'd probably get your entire building tore down.
I could sense that. And now, if you hear somebody say Black Sun's your war's over. You'll never be heard from again.
Yeah, if you try to ship Blake or Yang with literally anyone else, someone will fight you. Ruby and Weiss aren't as bad because there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I want Ruby and Weiss to get together. But then you could propose like Ruby and Oscar, and then someone would be like, no, I like that one too.
Yeah, but I think Black Sun was way more natural in just the way they spoke, and then this relationship seems forced. Yeah.
Yeah, like plus Blake and Sun had so much more in common than Blake and Yang do. Like what Blake and Sun are both Faunus's. Sun literally met Blake's dad. Sun has literally gone out of his way to basically find Blake after she ran off. You can't tell me that's not commitment. My man is head over heels for her.
And he just won't admit it either. And that's amazing. And
Yeah.
they even had the awkward thing where the door fell down in that volume as well.
Yeah, like it's sad. And then the moment, what do Yang and Blake have together? We were once on a team. Okay, we both have PTSD from Blake's crazy ex. Okay, is that it?
Actually,
That's it. We have trauma. We have trauma. Does that mean our relationship is stronger than Sun and Blake's?
Yes, apparently. I don't know.
It's a touchy subject.
It's a touchy subject. One that we'll get into the ships in another episode, but I mean, that's Black Sun
I think
for us.
ships is a whole episode.
We're just devoted to all the ships because there's a lot of ships out there. Pretty much every character out there has been.
Oh yeah, you shipper. You shippers, you could see a character, not even know their name, and be like, oh, I want them to screw Weiss, and that's how you shippers work. It could be a random dude walking down the street. You don't know his name. He literally has no line whatsoever. It's basically just a carbon copy of Jean's face on a slightly more muscular body. And then what do? You're just like, oh, I want that person to get together with Weiss.
Dude, there's so many. I think there was one with Tyrion and Salem, and I'm thinking, what world are you on?
Hey, Tyrion is a simp. You can't convince me otherwise.
Tyrion is absolutely a simp. He would do anything for that woman.
Boy, listen, that's what I love. Hey, Tyrion is best simp. Tyrion has the best motive of just being a simp, and because that's his motive, I get behind him so much.
He has a long tail, too. I knew that would cause awkward silence between us.
That's how this works.
Yeah,
it would cause awkward silence between us. That's not okay.
Yeah, fill me with your purple liquid.
That's not okay. It's not okay. There's probably, I bet you go to Rule 34, there's probably at least a couple hundred Tyrions. No, I wouldn't say a couple. I'd say 78. I don't know the actual number. I'm going to go find the actual number now. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. We're going to find the actual number.
Yes, you are. Okay, meanwhile, I will advertise
Yeah,
nothing. Welcome to the podcast where I will tell you how to talk about cheese. Actually, no, I won't. We're here to sell mind control technology that was developed by a fellow named Oscar, who happens to be currently mind controlled by a guy named Ozpin, and that's kind of weird. Don't you agree?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you found it? You found it?
That is weird. Yeah, I found it. Okay, so
that was really awkward.
It's actually a lot less than I thought it would be. No, it's fine. There's only 8.
Really? Only 8?
Yep, there's only 8. There's only 8. I clicked on it, and I regret my decision.
I figured there'd be more than that.
There's only 8. The first one that showed up was literally Tyrion tied to the ground in red rope, and I'm like, that's not okay. So I left.
What?
You
What?
remember like the jellyfish looking thing from like no, the jellyfish looking thing from Volume 5?
My mind is racing, and it
It
doesn't
was
want to be.
it,
Oh,
it wrapped its tentacles, bondaged up Tyrion, but like the jellyfish itself was blocking up Tyrion's naughty bits, so it's fine.
I would like to disagree with you. Maybe not so fine.
I knew it would cause a conflict. It's fine. We're okay. Everything's fine.
Oh,
Totally haven't seen worse. I've seen worse.
not. Oh, yeah, the
You
tentacles cover
drool
up the naughty
34
bits,
hours.
so it's fine. Nah, it's fine. No, it's not fine.
No. The whole jellyfish like head looking thing covers.
Oh, wait,
It's fine.
no, that makes it
There's.
worse. Why did you say that? The head
You're
covers it. That
welcome.
makes it better.
Really does. I'm trying to make sure I can clean this image out of my head. Okay, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the trailers.
Oh, wait, the trailer. Favorite one.
Sound good?
Favorite one was
Yeah.
yellow. Yep.
Oh man, we talked about this slightly earlier. I think trailers, high key, trailers were some of the best decisions they could have made. Like compared to trailers they do now, literally all they do for trailers is take little nitbits from the show that they're going to show later on anyway. But like their first 4 trailers,
They do a little bit of
absolute
backstory.
bangers.
They were at dude.
They do a little bit.
You watch RWBY's and you're hooked. Okay. You go watch it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it now. Will I put a link in the description? I don't know.
Yeah,
Will I? Maybe.
yeah. Like so, uh, link all 4 trailers in the description because I think someone needs to watch the trailers. Because like I've met so many people that have watched the show and they just have not seen the trailers, and I'm like, why? You're missing out. Like just it's not much story that you're missing out on, but like especially for like Blake's trailer, you need to watch Blake's trailer to understand who the heck Adam.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of backstory in the trailer. Except for Wise. I didn't really get the backstory there. Because, I mean, she was singing
No,
and
I
then she
understood the
flipped.
backstory completely.
She sort of flipped in a
No,
ring or something. And what was the knight that she was
yeah,
fighting?
okay, so oh yeah, let me spill some facts on you. Okay, so we have the manga that basically covers volumes 1, 2, and 3 together, right?
Hmm.
Then they made a test manga, and the test manga is nothing but the trailers in manga form, so they can add a bit more with like dialogue to the manga than they could have in the trailers.
Okay, so
And
continue.
so So with Ruby's, like this is basically what happens in the trailer. Ruby is basically standing in front of the grave. Snow is falling. You get to see Ruby, and she fights off these ugly-looking Beowulfs that I'm so glad get a glow up later on.
And that's weird, because I think that was the highest concentration of Beowulfs I've ever seen in the show, and then she just wiped them all out. And you never see her do that again.
She did what? Yeah, you never see her do it again. Like even in her first fight against the Beowulf when she's teamed up with Weiss, like she screws it up so hard. I don't understand how, but I guess it's to show. Oh, Ruby's really bad at teamwork, which like I can get that. It's chill.
But, I mean, being bad at teamwork and being bad at fighting is one that's different things.
That is completely different things. So yeah, in the manga, they didn't really explore more on rubies because, like with rubies, it's actually it's basically the same thing, except I think at the start of it, she says, "I miss you, mom," and then she goes out, and I'm like, that is better for the story wise because I don't even think she doesn't say anything in the red trailer. There's no words in the red trailer.
Yeah, but you do see her.
It's just music.
The song though, it kind of tells the story for her, in a way.
It does kind of show.
And
Yeah,
seeing the
it
grave
does.
gives you an idea.
Yeah, it really does. But like that's that's it. Like she fights a bunch of Grim, and that's entirely the manga. When it comes to Weiss, though, Weiss doesn't even have the singing in the manga, which is solid.
So it straight up brings up what?
Weiss,
Because in the trailer you think
it's
it's an illusion, but then she ends up with this car, and
it's
then
not.
you say, what
No,
happened?
it's it's so real. Listen, no, okay. So here's what happens, right? Remember the Geist thing from Volume 4 at the start of it, where it takes over like all the rocks and the tree and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the beta version of that. It's one of those Geist things, and it's taken over the armor set that's in the Schnee home. And when it happened, and when they did that, uh, Jacques, Weiss's dad, was just like, "Oh, let's cage this thing up because we don't want this thing running around." So they literally cage it up. So for Weiss to prove that she should go to Beacon, Jacques literally makes her prove to him by fighting the Geist that's in the armor.
That's so much better of a story. I wish they would have told that.
Yeah, like in the manga, oh, it's so much better. And the best part is like you see Jacques' face in the manga when in the trailer. They didn't. Jacques literally up like in a booth high above them all, so the guys can't touch him. Nothing can touch him. He's way up there. He's basically watching like a spectator. He's just watching Weiss perform against the guys in the fight, and I'm like, man, solid. In the manga, so much better than the trailer. It's a good trailer, I'll give it that, but like the manga, 10 times better.
Let me think. I'd say I think Yang's trailer was the best. I'll go ahead and say it. I think I said it earlier though.
Yeah, Yang's trailer, high Q. No, okay. So my thing with like Yang trailer being the best, I think Blake's trailer is either second best or tied with Yang's because I really like Blake's trailer. I really do. Like
Blake's
the manga doesn't really expand.
Blake's trailer has the most
No, go
story to
for
it.
it.
But
It really does because like
Yang's has so much action, and it fits her character so well, and it gives you an
it really does.
idea, and you automatically think, well, wow, she's a bad woman, and that she'll wreck your entire world. She will destroy
Yeah,
everybody.
she will destroy you. It's great. Nah, like with
And
Blake's trailer, I think it has a lot of story. Also, like the song in Blake's trailer, fire compared to the one in Yang's trailer. Like I like the one in Yang's trailer, but I don't know what it is about Blake's trailer song. I love that song so much more.
it wasn't entirely Blake though. It did include a little bit of Adam in there, a little bit of team fighting in there. And I don't know
Yeah,
why they
and
were
like I
taking
like
it.
the team fighting. It was
I think they were getting weapons, or they just wanted to blow up a train because they wanted to blow up a train. I don't really remember.
Oh, no, I remember the reason. They go more in depth in it in the manga. Like, there's a bit of why are we doing this in the trailer, but like in the manga, Blake's like, why are we doing this again? Because at first she genuinely thinks we're here to steal dust, which they've done this in the past. So that's all she's thinking. But no, Adam's just like, oh no, our actual goal is to set this train off course and make it crash. And then Blake's like, well, what about all the people? And he goes, who cares about the people? And that's the setting point where Blake's like, that's not what I'm a part of the White Fang for.
This is not okay. Let's not. Can we do something else, please? How about we go get tea?
Yep.
Tea is good.
Which is tea is good. I like tea. Tea is pretty fun. Yeah, and then like Yang's trailer, just Yang's trailer is the most action packed. It's very solid. The manga is basically the exact same trailer, but like the Malachite twins look so much better. Ugh, I love the Malachite twins.
Dude, Yang is so much more hands-on than any of the others in her fighting style. And
She really is. And like
shotgun gauntlets, man, those are fire.
shocking.
And I mean,
Straight up.
compared to the other weapons, I think those have the most fighting capabilities in real life as well. Just because,
In real life, yeah.
I mean,
The only issue I could see, with like shotgun gauntlets in real life is the blowback from actually setting off the shell.
would break your wrist.
Probably would break your wrist unless you're just like super strong, well built army man, and you're so used to shooting a gun that like even a rocket launcher barely phases you.
You don't even care about it anymore. Come to think of
Yeah,
it, there's a
like
rocket
you.
launcher
That's
in
the only kind.
there's a rocket launcher in Yang's trailer. Because,
Oh yeah, Junior whips out that rocket launcher.
yeah, he says, I am compensating. Hello. Dude.
No, I like Junior as a character. He doesn't do much, but like I don't know what it is. I like his suit. I really do.
They even showed Torchwick in Yang's trailer as well, because he was there for but a brief moment.
Did they? I barely noticed that.
I don't know why yet.
Oh wait,
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I know why he is. Because in the first episode, he literally rolls up to the dust shop with Junior's boys, like his henchmen.
Mm-hmm.
And then in volume 2, they're talking about why Yang is trying to get Junior to tell her where Torchwick is and what he knows. But then he's like, I don't know anything. Torchwick came in, he hired my men, they never came back.
That's all I know. And then she
So that's
proceeded to
probably why
beat up
Torchwick is in
everybody.
that trailer.
And the funny
She
thing
did
is,
proceed.
in Volume 2, they made her come back as well. And then, guess
Yeah,
who's
it was great.
back?
It was great.
And everybody just pointed their guns at her and
I
pretty
love
much said, get out.
And Junior's like, whoa, what are you idiots doing? And she goes, you owe me a drink. And she drags him to the bar by his tie. And Neptune's thinking what everyone is thinking. And he just goes, what a woman.
Dude, come think of it, Yang is the only one that brings up wanting to drink. And she's 17. And that's
And
hilarious.
she's 17. It's so funny.
This is Ireland now.
So like on the back of the DVD for Volume 1, it straight up says, for Yang's description. I don't really remember everyone else's, but I remember Yang's. So it was like, exile from a rich family is wise. Don't remember Ruby's. Blake's was a hidden faunus trying to fix her life. And then for Yang's description, her description is 2 words, and it's just party girl.
What? That's... Dude, the less you say, the more it means. The more words mean, in my opinion.
Yep.
And that really does says it all for that trailer. Oh my
Just
gosh.
party girl. All she is. It's straight up. I'm
Party
like,
on.
man, that's all it is. Party on.
They nerfed her boobs later on.
I think we should get. They did nerf her chest later on.
Why
They
did I say
nerfed
that?
physics. They nerfed the size.
I don't know why, but I felt the need to say that, and I don't know why. But
Hey, listen.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's chill. They did.
They did. I mean, we're probably gonna do.
I think
we're
they really.
We're gonna do a Smash or Pass episode too, by the way. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. We
Yes.
absolutely do a special episode. So tell you what, for that episode, I think here's what we should do. Straight up, I think I need to go to the wiki, pull up an entire character list, male, female, all of them, and we do Smash, Pass, or Kill.
I would love that. I already know what you're gonna say for Neo, though.
Heck, we might. Oh wait, listen. You want to know what I'm going to say for Neo? Straight up, here's my thoughts for Neo. Neo, I would not smash Neo because Neo would be the one that smashes you.
I would, you could say the same for Yang.
Yo, Yang's absolutely a top. Neo's a top, Yang's a top. You can't convince me otherwise. So many of these women in this show are tops.
They do. They have really nice hair. I can appreciate that. They have really nice hair.
Yeah, Smash Pass. Oh, wait, listen. Hey, listen. Even in like the Smash Pass episode in the future, straight up, whenever I bring up a man, you better be honest, because I already have my select answers for some of them.
Sun is a smash. I'm being honest. You're welcome.
Oh, Sun is
fan.
Sun would be such a good.
Sun is the fan.
Sun
service.
would be such.
Everyone knows this.
Sun is fan service. He would be such a tender lover. He really would. What? You can't convince me otherwise. Sun would be the guy who would take you out on a nice date, hold your hand while you watch the movie, take you shopping. He would be so nice and so kind to you. And then when you go to the bedroom, he would be so tender.
Hello, baby. I have more than one tail tonight.
Shut up. No, stop. No, that's bad. No, I was gonna be like, yo, high key, Ozpin. Whenever Ozpin first shows up, I don't know what it is about Ozpin being on screen, but I love Ozpin on screen.
Are
And
you a
then he
white
turns
hair
into a bit
person?
of a douche.
Are you into people with white hair?
Oh man, yo,
Because I
hey,
don't
high
blame you, because
key,
I
I
am
think I could
I am
pull up
too.
white hair.
I am too. I don't blame you.
Yo, I think I could pull up white hair straight up. No, I
How
don't know
did
what
you
it is, but like if I was gay, Ozpin's first choice.
hospice first? Yeah, we're both straight, by the way.
Straight up.
But we will give you our honest
Oh
opinions
yeah,
of the
we're
dudes.
yo, friggin' volume 3, Crow.
He just shows up out of nowhere and he beats the crap out of Winter, and you say, "Oh my gosh!" And then he turns into a bird.
That is a man.
Dude, he is.
Dude, you don't understand, Ruby. Oh,
And
I love old
and he's
Crow.
voiced
Screw
by
new Crow.
Vic Mignogna for the longest time too. So, dude,
Ugh,
oh,
old Crow, I love you.
I miss
New
old
Crow,
Crow.
you can screw off.
He does a big
There's
he
so many
does
characters that are so much better in the other.
he does a big stupid when he's with Clover, and he helps Tyrion. Why would you help Tyrion? I mean, he knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, it's.
What did you think would happen? Oh, I team
We
up
could
with Penny.
have a whole episode where
We just discuss the big
we could have a
stupids
whole episode.
devoted to that.
We could
So,
talk about some of the dumbest plot holes. Not even plot holes, but like dumbest moves that are so out of character. We would talk about Yang for like an hour though, because we know how Yang is.
okay, well, while we're on the topic of that, let me bring up something that people say is a plot hole or a problem, and I
Yes.
completely disagree. All right,
Mm-hmm.
bringing Penny back.
Okay.
If there was one character you could
Ooh,
bring
that's not a
back,
plot hole.
no, I've heard several people complain about this one.
Penny.
So I have no problem with them bringing her back. If there was one character you were to bring back, now if you were to bring back Pyrrha, that's a problem. All right, Pyrrha's ashes do not bring back Pyrrha.
That's a
Pyrrha is
problem. That
dead.
makes no sense.
All right, the podcast would well, we just say they bring back Pyrrha. The podcast is over. We make no more episodes because we can't be ashes no more.
Oh heck yeah, I'm down with that.
I really don't think they'll bring back. But anyway, they bringing back Penny is the one
They're,
person you can bring back, and I didn't feel much when she died because, hey, she's a robot. She's probably going to come back, and then they they fill in a hole in the plot and say, well, we can't bring her back again because then I'll die. And then they make her a maiden, which I don't know. That was a good idea, but they did. I mean, yeah.
All right. My thoughts on the Penny coming back plot hole. That's not a plot hole. She's a robot. It makes sense. You could do it straight up. It's not that difficult. Like even he just said, "Oh, all we had to do was get her chip,
And build her
and
back.
then bam, she's got all her memories and everything." And like, just build her a new. It's like what am I thinking of? You ever seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Whenever they were on Nickelodeon for like the longest time, it was the 3D animated one,
Nickelodeon. Yeah.
and they had like the Krang robots.
Yeah.
So the Krang robots were like these little brain squid things, and the Krang were these squid boy brain looking boys inside the chest of these robot suits. If you smash the suit, the squid thing's still alive. It just has to go get another suit. That's what I think of with Penny. Her chip's still there. You're basically just putting Penny's brain into a better model.
Yeah. Honestly, I think they killed her off just to add her into a new body, just so they can make a new outfit for her, because
You know?
they add a new outfit with everybody. Just to say, oh, well, this is a new volume.
They really,
New outfit time. Hello.
yeah. No, like there's no plot hole. Now the Penny becoming a maiden thing, I wouldn't say that's forced. I wouldn't say it's bad. I just have no strong feelings either way.
Yeah, it's too early to tell. It depends entirely on how they work with it. My problem with one problem I did have with
Yeah,
Penny,
it really does. Like it.
one problem I had with Penny coming back is Ruby's reaction. Ruby did not react enough to when she came back. She pretty much said, "Oh, there you are. You're back. I thought you
Penny.
died."
Straight up, all she said was Penny, and then Penny gives her a hug. That's it.
Yeah, that you watched her die in front of your eyes and be chopped to pieces. That doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Okay, that easy. You don't just say Penny, hug out,
Hey.
you're fine.
Yeah.
And then the next day you don't even care that she's around. You're kind of annoyed with her because she's so enthusiastic. Yeah. That does not happen in a day. You would still be saying, "Oh gosh, I have Yang's PTSD right now.
I can't believe her.
I can't believe I'm with her. She's back."
Yeah. Like.
Then it ends up being a nuts and bolts ship.
Nah. Yeah, but like it's just how it's going. Like, no offense, Rooster Teeth, you and character emotions
Do not
are strong with
they're not
how
natural.
characters should act in certain situations. They're really not. They're really forced.
They used to be natural, well, more in ways, but now they're just kind of
More natural.
The only plot point that's driving the
Kinda,
story forward is Ozpin saying, "Hey, we need to kill my ex-wife because if she gathers these 4 relics back together, she's going to bring back your brothers, and they're going to destroy the Earth." Or Remnant, I mean.
Why would she? No, I genuinely think. That's just what Ozpin's thinking. You want my honest opinion on what I think Salem's actually trying to do? I think Salem's trying to get all the relics together so she could smash those suckers so Ozpin can't bring back the gods.
Oh, so he's in
because she really don't like them.
So he's forever in a loop of reincarnation. Bro, that's deep.
Yes.
That's one.
That's what I think. That's what I think Salem's true motive is. That's why I think Salem's motive is actually a solid one, but also a dumb one at the same time. Because like, there's 2 sides to it. There's, man, I hate my ex-husband. I want him to die. That's understandable. Not really that good of a motive. But the whole gather every relic, and then what I still think is her motive, it's probably not, but I want to keep this as my headcanon because it just makes it sound better. Gather relics, smash all the relics, gods will never return. 10 out of 10.
Come to think of it, she has one of the relics. Could she smash them and then say bye-bye to Jin or something? She could smash the one and then she couldn't do it no more. I mean, when you think about it, if that was the case. Because she has...
I think the only reason... Yeah, I think the only reason she hasn't smashed Jin yet, that sounds really bad. Sorry. The reason she hasn't smashed the Relic of Knowledge yet, the reason she hasn't done that yet is very simply because there's still a question available to ask Jin. And even though Oscar and Oscar are like, no, there's not, she knows they're lying. She just needs to know how to be able to ask the question, because I already know the question I'm going to ask. It's very simply going to, no, I don't know what question she's going to ask, because it's very clear where all of the relics are hidden. They're always hidden inside one of the schools. Actually, wait. Never mind. She makes a point in Volume 8 where she says, Ozpin, we can't find your relic back in Vale.
Oh.
Mind telling us where it is?
Oh, my. I didn't
think of that. Since Ozpin won't tell her where the relic in Vale is because they literally cannot find it anywhere. Despite Cinder being the one able to open the vault to get it, they can't find it anywhere. They don't know where the vault is. They can't find it. So I believe the real motive for why she wants to ask Jin a question is genuinely going to be, where's the vault to get the relic Vale? And then she'll smash it.
That would be dark, because then that would put Ozpin forever in a loop of reincarnation. And then Oscar, that pretty much dooms him to die.
Yep.
You're doomed to be taken over by a foreign entity. That's pretty dark. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, like... me and my headcanon being stronger than Rooster Teeth's writers. Sorry, Rooster Teeth, please sponsor us. Give us money.
Hey, Rooster Teeth. If you feel free to take any of these ideas. Also, I have an idea about a village of
Yeah.
silver-eyed people, but we'll get to that. Or maybe I don't know.
Oh, yo, listen. No, wait, that's spoilers. I can't say that. Never mind. I won't say anything. Sorry.
You want to say? Wait. There's a village of silver-eyed people.
There's not a village of silver-eyed people.
Oh.
There's not. But, 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 in today's episode, we see another silver-eyed person.
What? What? Please.
I'm not going to tell you how we see this person. No, I'm not going to tell you. I don't want to spoil you. I really
Okay, after
don't.
this podcast is over, I'm probably going to go watch all of Volume 8. I'll tell you that right now. I have all
This
my...
is the one that came out today.
Oh, so
It's
I
the one
won't
that
be...
came out today.
I won't
So,
have
like,
it yet, because I don't have
you
the...
won't be able to watch
I don't
it.
have the
Yeah,
premium.
you don't have premium. Yeah, you won't be able to watch it. Like, they showed a silver-eyed person, and I dropped my jaw so fast because how they showed it off. Ooh, it's not okay, but it's sick as crap.
It's not okay, but it's 6 crap. Makes you wonder if other
It's sick as
silver-eyed
crap.
people
It's
have...
so cool.
It makes you wonder if other silver-eyed people, they have different abilities. They don't all just have the ability to, oh, well, I can freeze a Grim. Okay.
No, I think they all have the same ability. Because Maria freezes the giant Nevermore. I think it's just like who can do it stronger, like who's better trained in doing it. Like Maria's very well trained in doing it before
Well,
she got her eyes
it's not
cut
really a
out.
matter of
And
training, though. It's more of a matter of, oh, well,
yeah,
how strong of attachment do you have to people and protect people?
yeah, and like Ruby's got a very strong attachment to people. I still think that the strongest she ever actually used the silver eyes is, Pyrrha's death, Pyrrha's ashes. That's
Because
genuinely the strongest point where she did it.
she literally damaged someone who wasn't a Grim, and I don't understand that to this day. I do think that...
I think it was.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think it was that strong of a rush of emotions that it did so much. It was so powerful because that's genuinely messed up to see. It was such a strong emotion that hit her at once that it was powerful enough to not only kill the giant wyvern,
Well,
which is already cool,
which
but also
freeze him, maybe. I don't know. But it was
mm,
so powerful of an emotion that it knocked her out for several days as well.
yeah, it was such a strong power of emotion that her silver eyes literally were so strong that they could hurt not a Grim. Like
And
it was just that strong the blast.
that brings in another plot point where I already think that Cinder is going to turn on Salem. But I think you've noticed how her arm, or Grim arm, is sort of taking over
Yeah,
more
it's
of her
growing.
body. Yeah, I think that's going to be a
Yeah,
problem
because like
whenever she actually tries to turn on Salem. But
yeah, because like in volumes, what is it? Volumes 4 and 5. It's like maybe upper mid arm, but like volume was it 6? No, it was 7. As soon as volume 7 hit, it's grown all up to her shoulder, and she's genuinely got like the grim spikes coming out of her shoulder. It's nuts.
can I cut off my arm now? Honestly, she should not have done the Grim thing.
No.
How do you apply Grim to your arm? Makes me wonder if there's people Grim zombies or whatever.
Uh, hey, new topic.
Oh, okay. Level up your brain there.
Grim people. We're not bringing up grim people. I don't want to talk about that, and I have my reasons for not wanting to talk about that.
Is it because you heard the
We're
same?
just not going to talk
Is
about
it
it.
because you
Okay?
heard the same theory that I did, and they're gonna try to bring back Pyrrha by doing that?
No, it's not a theory. No, 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 no. Okay, fine. I think I'm just going to tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
People grim are people grim are a thing in Volume 8.
Oh, that's why. Okay, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand.
That's why.
Uh,
Yeah, but it's it's so screwed up how it works, and I don't want to talk about that because I don't want to spoil it. Like you'll know when you see it. It's very predictable. So many people predicted it from the start of Volume 8, but like, mm, 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 mm.
I We don't want to hear about it. Oh, I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
I'm going
Yeah,
to.
I just don't want to hit that. So, yes.
Yeah, you gotta go ahead.
No, you go on that.
I'm going to be sure to watch Volume 8 before the next episode because I really.
Yeah.
I don't want to limit what people are listening to because I haven't seen it. So I'm gonna
Hey,
try to stay up to date.
I still think. Yeah, no, I think by the time we hit Volume 8, it should be over. Like, even past the premium only stuff, you should be able to watch the final. So by the time we get that point.
I mean, even if we did this on a daily basis, well, no, if we did that on a daily
I
basis,
wouldn't do daily.
maybe weekly. I think
We'd run out of stuff. I I think weekly. Weekly would work.
yeah, weekly is a good thing because I mean we're both free on the weekends pretty much, or at least at night.
Yeah, I'm basically free.
Yeah, we're
No,
currently
I'm free basically Friday.
yeah we're currently recording this at 1:30 in the morning. Oh
Hey, listen,
well,
it's 12:30 for me.
yeah, I forgot your Central Time for a second, and then I remembered. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. Well, Eastern Time. You get the drift, peoples.
Time zone.
Ah, yes, time zones.
Yeah, like it's time zones. Oh, time zones. Time travel. We should have time travel in RWBY. Don't.
Don't
Rooster
even
Teeth.
do not
Never.
ever do
Don't.
this.
Never.
Just stop.
Don't.
Don't follow with it.
Don't.
Don't do it. I don't want
I
to hear about time
I
travel.
I know. I know I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking right now, Rooster Teeth. Okay. We mentioned time travel. You're thinking, oh, someone could have a time travel semblance, don't you? Freaking dare.
All right, stopping time. That's not a problem. Time travel. Yes. Well, actually, stopping times.
Stopping time.
That's pretty overpowered, actually.
That's very overpowered.
Well, then again, that's already been done with Jin, so I don't think they'd do that. Even though it's not really a semblance, she's
Hey,
a
listen. No,
rock person.
it's just how Jin is. Like, no, with Jin, I cut Jin some slack because Jin is literally a being made by gods. So Jin can have overpower if she wants. I don't care.
Yeah, and please, Rooster Teeth, do not explain the magic. All right, do not explain all the magic.
Yeah, never explain the magic.
Don't
We
explain the
we
origins
don't
of
talk.
semblance or magic or why it needs to be created, even though you kind of did. Well, you just
I
said
don't think. I think they.
they
I
kind of
honestly think they went into. They tried to, but they really
they didn't go
also
into depth with
didn't
it.
do it. And,
They just
and
pretty
I'm
much said,
glad they didn't go into depth.
oh yeah, two god brothers, they created magic, and they didn't go
Yeah,
beyond that.
yeah, they gave magic.
That's okay.
That's
Just don't try to
like
go
that's a
into depth with it.
simple.
And don't try. Well, actually, I'm
Yeah,
actually kind of curious if semblances are a form of magic. But you got to be very careful in
I think
presenting that.
honestly, I think semblances are basically the remnants of magic. That's my own thing. Like how Ozpin and Salem still have magic, they can still do magic, but that's because it's a whole separate thing.
I can
Semblances are probably like
make people turn
the
into
remnants of
birds.
magic. No, I think semblances are straight up just the what's left of what magic used to be.
Except you only have one power, and you could only use it.
Yeah, it's like super limited,
Yeah, it's pretty
and
limited. But
you don't get it.
it does
You
form
don't.
who you are as a person,
Sorry,
though. No, go ahead.
it really does. I was gonna say, and like the best part is you don't get to choose what it is. Like that's what I love. It's the best part. You don't get to choose your own semblance, and I think that's such a smart thing to do.
It kind of reminds me of the mutants in X-Men in a way,
Mm-hmm.
because you could have a
Yeah.
really, or maybe quirks in My Hero Academia, because you could have something that's extremely overpowered,
Mm-hmm.
or you could have something that's absolutely trash. A good example, Ren. I
Yeah.
love his semblance is great, but it's only good with Grim. I mean, if against people, that's kind of useless.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if
Like
you block your emotions,
Ren has.
I'm gonna be emo for a moment. I can still see you, right? I love that.
Go for it. Go emo. I'm listening. Go for it.
I want to be emo. I am sulking. Unknuckle killed my family. Can I cry now?
He's got a solid backstory.
Okay.
Hey, leave him alone. He's
For,
got a solid.
hey, for side character, they have the best side character backstory. I will.
Yeah,
It's so good because
it's a real solid.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much my parents died, and then I found this girl on the street who wanted bread, and that's pretty much it. And but that's why Ren and Nora is such a good ship. It, it's so far back. You could probably call it from the
It's
first time that
genuine.
you can tell that they were going to be together from the first time they met. Right? It was only a matter of when.
It's genuine. It's a genuine people growing together. People probably gonna end up together because it's genuine, unlike Blake and Yang.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
Oh, such a pain.
Watch him kill Nora or kill Ren for some
All right.
dumb reason.
Yo,
I
you
really
haven't
hope
watched
that
Boy. You have,
if they
I really hope.
kill people will raid the Rooster Teeth studio
They
if
were.
they kill Nora. All right, people will be mad
Yo, you want?
people will be mad if Ren dies, but if Nora dies, you have lost the official boop. All right, I heard that boop and I said,
Honestly,
"Wow, I'm amazed. I am intrigued. That's my only requirement for a girlfriend now. Is can you boop? I don't care about anything.
can you
Can you please boop for me?
can you boop me? Yo, have you heard the Boop song by Jeff Williams?
Which one?
There's a single song about Boop. It's literally titled Boop, and Jeff Williams wrote it for Volume 2. Listen, do you want to know what she says in the song? Because I don't know if you've heard it.
What? Did she say boop?
She says, no, yeah, she says Boop. But she goes, every time I say Boop, it means I love you.
What?
I'm I'm not joking. Literally, the main verse during the chorus is her saying that Boop is her way of saying I love you because she doesn't. It's like she doesn't want to ruin their friendship by saying I'm in love with you, Ren. So she says Boop instead, which is basically her way of saying I'm in love with you, but I'm not going to tell you that.
I'm gonna let my ADHD do the talking and then just let you figure it out. You'll figure it out. You know me. You know how I am.
Stop looking at my skirt.
Dude, when they did that, that was very interesting. Didn't think they'd do that in the middle of a fight against the thing that wiped out your entire village.
I'm
But
never going to forgive them.
you're never going to
Funny,
forgive
it's
them.
good. Not. I'm never going to forgive them. Monty, back when he was alive, put out a tweet that you know Ruby's so strong. Not Ruby the character, but Ruby the show. This show is so strong that there will never be any anime upskirts in his show. He decrees it, and he has a tweet. You can probably find it that says, "I will never have any anime upskirts in my show." And then the moment he dies, guess what shows up in his show?
Dude, I really thought it was kind of tropey, but I enjoyed how it was. I enjoyed how it was executed.
Yeah, it was okayly executed. I can live with it.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, that's all right.
Though
You know what I think?
that was the funniest part of the fight with the Nevermore.
That was
Nevermore.
it really was. Okay, how long have we been recording? It's been like an hour and a half.
We've been recording for about an hour and 14 minutes, somewhere around that time. We're nearing up a 15 hour 15.
Yeah, hour and 15. You think that's a good place to wrap it up?
Yeah, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. This is our pilot episode of the Pyrrha's Ashes podcast. If you have any topics that you want us to go over, then let us know in the comments or something. And we will.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we'll get
Hey,
around to
listen,
that because we love
we
RWBY. We love
we
to
went on
talk about it.
we really do. We went on so many tangents though for our pilot. Listen, no, our original plan was to talk our thoughts, and then after our thoughts, we were going to go straight into volume one. Looks like we're saving volume one for next time.
Yeah, and I kid you not, last night we were recording. Well, we weren't recording, but we were testing the audio for it. We talked for probably 2 hours about RWBY.
I think no, we straight up talked for like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, and then his laptop died, and that's the only reason we quit.
Dude, you know you have a good bond with somebody and that you have a really good thing that you're passionate about when you could talk about something for
Heck,
3 hours with anybody.
yeah, we freaking love the show. Hey, listen, I love you in the most heterosexual way possible.
Same here, my brother.
Attaboy.
And a boy.
All right,
But we're
I
gonna.
guess that wraps it up from here.
All right. Well, our next episode we plan to go over volume one. We're just gonna probably go through the volumes for a start, and then we'll try to get to the
Yeah,
more advanced topics.
for a start.
But for now, this is our pilot episode.
You know, smash or pass.
What?
Yes.
Okay. Any final
Okay.
any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Nah, I got nothing.
All right. Well,
Nah,
adios, adios, amigos. We will see
I
you next time.
see you, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for more Pyrrha's ashes.